Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you to Jacka Combat's annual Kwanzaa Celebration. Please give yourselves a big round of applause for being here, first and foremost. This is Kwanzaa. This is all about celebrating our first fruits. This is all about togetherness. This is all about community building.
Ladies and gentlemen, I begin by acknowledging this, the 10th year of the United Nations International Decade for People of African Descent from 2015 to 2024.
So while we are here as a family, we're also here as a community. And the theme for Kwanzaa this year is uniting to strengthen family and community.
Please be advised that I didn't fly from Toronto. Actually, we walked.
You know, Maya Angelou said something. She said, if you're always trying to be normal, you'll never discover how amazing you could be.
We've got a rhythm that will move your soul, drummers, singers, and mesmerizing dancers, and many incredible talents.
Put your hands together for the Rwandan dancers. All of my children, turn around to the audience, and I want you to let them know we are the future.
Kwanzaa is more than just music and dancing. It's a time to embrace the principle that strengthen our bonds, uplift our spirit, and inspire us to build a brighter future.
Kwanzaa is important because it allows us to come together, to share traditional meals, to tell our stories, and to honor our heritage.
Africans unite, strengthening family, community, and culture.
My name is Sarita Grant, and a happy Kwanzaa to all.
Hi, my name is Galila Garamo. Happy Kwanzaa!
Stefan Keys here from Ottawa. Happy Kwanzaa to everyone watching.
My name is Prince Bedu, and I wish you a happy Kwanzaa.
My name is Barb Wilson. Happy Kwanzaa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone. I am one of your hosts for the evening. I'm Renford Thomas Jr., otherwise known as Mr. Bojangles, and we also have...
And I'm Galila Garamo. I am the Mentorship Program Coordinator for Jacka Combat.
Yeah. That was great. So this is not one of those stuffy events that you're used to when you go to like these formal events. This is Kwanzaa. This is all about celebrating our first fruits. This is all about togetherness. This is all about community building. So you are a part of this festivity as much as we are as the hosts. So if you feel like you want to stand up and dance, do that. If you feel like you want to clap your hands, you can do that as well. But it's not a stuffy event. All right? So free yourself up to make sure you have yourselves a good time in here tonight. And we are not going to belabor any time. I am going to call to the stage Siranika Diaz. Now, she believes that everyone has a voice and a message to share. Siranika has triumphed over many obstacles that have tried to silence her. Since her first singing experience in public at the age of 10. And she feels honored to be present, to be on this stage again, and to share her voice with us today. Please put your hand together for Siranika. She will be singing our national anthem and also Lift Every Voice. Because we are starting with the national anthem and we call Lift Every Voice a national hymn, we ask that everyone rise to your feet.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, qu'à t'embrasser pour élever, il pensait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée de plus brillante God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound out as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark path has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won.
Let's give another round of applause for Soronika Diaz. You may be seated. Next, I would like to welcome Olantu Nini and Fred Sherman III to do the land acknowledgement and the UN Decade for People of African Descent.
Good evening, my name is Olantu Nini, and I'll be reading the land acknowledgement I wrote by myself. We pay respect to the Algonquin people, the traditional guardians of this land, whose enduring connection to this territory remains strong and unceded. For generations, they have created these lands and waters, and we honor their stewardship and contributions to the well-being of this region. We also extend our respect to all Indigenous peoples who call this area home, from nations across Canada, recognizing their knowledge, traditions, and leadership, both past and present. As we celebrate Kwanzaa, a time to reflect on unity and community, we are reminded of our shared responsibility to honor the courageous leaders and knowledge keepers of Indigenous communities. Let us move forward together in the spirit of respect, reconciliation, and allyship, striving for a just and inclusive for all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I begin by acknowledging this, the 10th year of the United Nations International Decade for People of African Descent from 2015 to 2024. In proclaiming this decade, the international community officially recognized that people of African descent represent a distinct group whose human rights must be promoted and protected. Around 200 million people of African descent live in the Americas. Many millions more live in other parts of the world outside of the African continent. Here in Ottawa, we celebrate the millions of people of African heritage who have lived, sacrificed, and contributed in Ottawa-Gatineau over many generations. As we celebrate Kwanzaa, we also acknowledge that the theme for the International Decade is people of African descent, recognition, justice, and development. In line with the spirit and voice of our ancestors, we stand tall while echoing the United Nations pledge to first, promote respect, protect, and fulfill all human rights and fundamental freedoms by and for people of African descent. Second, promote a greater knowledge of and respect for the diverse heritage, culture, and contribution of people of African descent to the world. And third, adopt and strengthen legal frameworks across the world. Our Ottawa Gatineau community stands shoulder to shoulder with our Canadian brothers, sisters, and allies from coast to coast to coast. We join in the global call for action for the total elimination of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. As we celebrate Kwanzaa this evening, let our souls be further nurtured in shared pursuit of a more just, equitable, and fair Canada and a better world for many more generations to come. Thank you very much.
All right, I want you to get to know that young gentleman's face. That is Fred Sherman III. Next year, he'll be the person up here emceeing Kwanzaa, okay? Yeah, give him a round of applause. Speaking it into existence. So anytime I see him and anytime he's in the public, he always knows I'm gonna make him blush. But he has what you call a Colgate smile. So, Fred, do you wanna come show people your Colgate smile? Come show them, because you bright up the place every time. Come on, see, they can see it from right where they are, huh? He's trying not to show the Colgate smile. Show them the Colgate smile. Show them, show them. I've watched this young man grow up in Jaku Combat, and he is an amazing, extraordinary young man. He's full of talents, so I can't wait to see him hosting this next year, 2025, Jaku Combat's Kwanzaa Celebration. We are now going to get into our libation. Our libation is a tradition where we pour out some remembrance for our ancestors on special occasions. And Kwanzaa is such a special occasion, as it provides an opportunity for us to remember the past and honor it, engage the present, and improve and imagine for a greater future. So many of the things that you see with Kwanzaa will come from the Swahili language, so most of the words will be from Swahili derivatives. However, there is also another language, the Twi language in Ghana, where we have the word Sankofa. And Sankofa means to go back and fetch, to go back and to see what are the things of the past that we can establish and cement into our present so we can go on into our future with the knowledge of the individuals who came from before us. So we are pouring out some libation. I will ask Mr. Francis Raphael, a senior who drove all the way from Toronto, or flew. I'm not sure how you got here, but he's here from Toronto. So Mr. Francis Raphael, if you can come forward to pour the libation.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure being here. This is my third occasion, and Renford Thomas, please be advised that I didn't fly from Toronto. Actually, we walked. It is so important that I be here. Anyhow, a libation is a ritual pouring of a liquid as an offering to a deity or spirit, or in memory of the dead. It was common in many religions of antiquity and continues to be offered in cultures today. Among the Yoruba-speaking people of West Africa and the African diaspora in the Americas and other parts of the world, the term ashe refers to the concept of spiritual power, authority, the ability to bring things into existence through words and actions. It embodies the ideas that one can manifest intentions and desires through spoken words, rituals, and actions. Ashe is a fundamental aspect of Yoruba spirituality and culture, emphasizing the creative force that exists in language. It is often invoked in prayers blessings, and ceremonies to signify the power to effect change and influence outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, may I beg your indulgence to stand if you can, please. I will be calling the names of ancestors who have gone on. And every time I mention a name, I want you to say collectively, Ashe. Can you practice the word? Ashe? In the name of Mrs. Louise Bennett, better known as Miss Lou, everyone say, Ashe. And Miriam Makiba, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Patrice Lumumba, Marcus Garvey, Stokely Carmichael, Rosa Louise Parks, Dr. Maya Angelou, and now may we observe a moment of silence for those who have passed on, known to us and unknown to us, the ancestors upon whose shoulders we now ride. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Thank you for that, Mr. Raphael. And I'm so happy to see that your feet are intact after that long walk from Toronto. All right, so this is the point of the time. Everything is purpose, as you can see with Kwanzaa. So as the libation was being poured out, if you recognize it was being poured into a plant. So the water that was poured today also becomes something that is valuable to the plant for that plant to absorb, get the nutrients from that soil, and then to grow. So everything in here is purpose today when we're speaking of Kwanzaa. So I thank you for that. May I have permission from an elder to continue with our celebration here tonight? Ashe, I heard an Ashe. Okay, I will take that Ashe. Why I'm asking now is that I was supposed to do that from the beginning before I even started, and I forgot. So I needed to get permission from the elder now after we did the libation. Now that I've had that checked off, I can continue. So we want to know where everyone is from. We know people travel from a lot of different places. Is there anybody here from the United States of America? Put your hand up. Anybody from the US of A? One person? One person? Yeah, let's give a round of applause for that. Coming to art. Are you from the South, like where it's warm, or are you from like the northern parts? So like you're used to the snow and the freezing rain, and you're used to all of that? New York? New York? Connecticut? New York? Pennsylvania. Okay. All right. Pennsylvania. There is not a prize for whoever came from the farthest, just to let you know. We just want to know where you are from.
Okay, let's start from the locals. Do we have anyone from Ottawa? Make some noise, Ottawa. Do we have any from Toronto? I heard Mr. Raphael. From Toronto, one more time. From Montreal. Montreal, I see hands there. All right, and?
I love the city of Ottawa now, because now that we have like 1 million+ people, now all of a sudden nobody's just from Ottawa. So is there anyone here from Barrhaven? 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 How about good old Orleans? All right, all right. Do we have anyone from Nepean? Okay, we have Nepean. What about Hintonburg, Westboro Village. Okay, that's where I'm from, but shameless plug for Hintonburg area. All right? All of a sudden, Ottawa's too big. We're getting to be like Toronto, where it's like east and west, and we don't interact anymore. We have to stop that. Anybody from Canada? Canada?
I see hands there.
Very, very proud. We said Canada. She said, yes, I am. Hand went up. Salute to the sun. I love it. All right. Anyone from across the bridge? Gatineau? Aylmer? No? Most people are from, yeah? Where? Aylmer? Gatineau. Or Hull? Aylmer? Aylmer. She said it so polite. Aylmer. I love it. Or en français, Aylmer. All right. All right. We want to know who's the youngest person. Do we have anyone in the room under the age of 12? Put your hands up. Where are my young people under the age of 12? Can my young people who are under the age of 12 please stand up? All my young people under the age of 12 who can stand up, can you come to the middle real quickly, if you can? Quick. Under the age of 12? Okay, I'll include 13 and 14. If you're 13 and 14, you can come as well. Yes. 13 or 14? Okay, 15 and 16 as well, fine. Where are my 15, 16 and under? Where are you? Desiree, I see you. This is all of our individuals under the age of 16. Okay. All of my children, turn around to the audience, and I want you to let them know we are the future. Tell them that. We are the... No, you have to say it loud because sometimes your parents don't want you to, scream, but I'm letting you scream today. Tell everybody that we are the future.
We are the future.
Can you give them a big round of applause as they make their way back to their tables? Okay, children, that is it. Now you have to go, you can take a bow, a curtsy, all of that. I promise you will get to dance on the dance floor later. But I just wanted to make sure that the young people knew how important they were. And I wanted everyone to know who our future is. So the future doctors, nurses, drivers, all of the things that we're going to need, we just saw them there. So treat them good tonight, all right? You never know when you're going to see them again.
All right, so we are gathered here as family. So I would like to ask everyone to stand up and turn to your neighbors and say Happy Kwanzaa to the person to your side, to your right, to your left, to the front, to the back. Happy Kwanzaa. All right, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa.
So while we are here as a family, we are also here as a community. And the theme for Kwanzaa this year is uniting to strengthen family and community. Uniting to strengthen family and community. This is what we are doing here today. We are building this lovely community of ours in Ottawa, Gatineau, and the surrounding areas.
All right, tonight we have a very dynamic, exciting, and enjoyable event planned for you this evening. We've got a rhythm that will move your soul, drummers, singers, and mesmerizing dancers, and many incredible talents. And of course, you, our fantastic audience, are the real stars tonight. Thank you for being the heartbeat of our community. Later tonight, we will get our delicious caramel feast prepared by our one and only Island Grill restaurant, Chef Carlton. Let's give Chef Carlton a round of applause. I know he might be in the kitchen right now, but let's give him a round of applause. And also, don't miss the unique offerings, vendors right at the back. When you get the chance, please go and visit them. And yeah, they add a special touch to our celebration.
And we know that we never want to get in between the people and their food. So we are going to get to the feast very shortly. But before we do that, we want to just invigorate that appetite. So we're going to call forward the Rwanda dancers. Put your hands together for the Rwandan dancers as they give us a little presentation.
Right now, please join me in welcoming the true community champion and the driving force behind Jaco Combat. His leadership has transformed Ottawa's cultural landscape, bringing us the annual Ottawa Community Kwanzaa Celebration and empowering programs. Let's give a warm welcome to the dynamic president of Jaco Combat, Mr. Kenneth Campbell.
Thank you, Galia. How are you doing? You feel good? Today is a special day. So let me start off by saying good evening, everyone. I am very happy, very pleased to have the opportunity to welcome you to the annual Kwanzaa celebration. This evening, we welcome family, friends, elders, youth, children, and community leaders to reflect on the core values that guide us, to honor our heritage, and to renew our commitment to unity and progress. Kwanzaa is more than just music and dancing. It's a time to embrace the principle that strengthens our bonds, uplift our spirit, and inspire us to build a brighter future. Whether you are here for the first time or have been part of this celebration for many years, this evening is a time to rejoice in our shared culture, similar experiences as a community. As we step into this meaningful celebration, let us take a moment to remember the spirit of Kwanzaa and what it's all about. Fundamentally, Kwanzaa is about family, community, and culture. For over 2 decades, Jaku Kambit have been striving to uplift, empower, and build bridges within our diverse community. As you know, within the African Caribbean community, we are made up of many different groups from different parts of the continent and from different highlands in the Caribbean. And what we strive to do in Jaku Kambit and in our programs and services is to look at the shared experience that we have as people of African descent and try to build bridges that will support us to move forward to a more dynamic, vibrant community. The key message of Kwanzaa, for those of you who are new, never heard about it, as you can see in front, we have a table with the 7 candles. Those represent the 7 values, the 7 lessons or principles of Kwanzaa, which is unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, creativity, faith, and purpose. I almost forget one of them, and purpose. But these are the values that really about building strong families, right? Because culture is the glue that build community together. You notice this cameraman at the front there from Afro Global Television. It's very interesting because about 20 years ago, when Jaku Kambit was being started, we actually got started when Afro Global Television, before it was called, that wasn't the name at the time, but I met them in Ottawa on Bank Street. That's where Jaku Kambit was just starting, and we need a place to have our meeting to decide what kind of organization we want to set up to work on our constitution and to work around ideas about programs and services that we could offer to the community. And at that time, Silver Trust Media, they were located on Bank Street, and they actually offer us to use their space. And for a whole year, we would meet every Sunday at their location. And when we had the first Kwanzaa, I think it was the second Kwanzaa actually, we had a second Kwanzaa, and they decided that they want to videotape and to capture the celebration. And they came and they did a wonderful job, interviewed some families as well as videotape that event. And what is so interesting, like life is so funny. That's why it's always good to do good things, because it always comes back to you, right? Whatever you do always come back full circle. So this year when we were trying to plan Kwanzaa, we were thinking, okay, what can we do? We want to do something, because last year was such a big success. We want to do something that's based upon that success. And I reached out to Stephen Keys, who is a well-known broadcaster in Ottawa, and is really very helpful to the community. And he said, yes, he can help us out and do a couple of songs for us. What I didn't realize is that Stephen Keys, when we did our first Kwanzaa and it was videotaped, Stephen Key was actually, this is what it looked like. You guys remember this VHS? You guys know what this looked like? This is, right, for the young kids that don't know, this is what we used to use about 20 years ago. But he actually performed at that Kwanzaa celebration. And it was videotaped by Silver Trust back then. And now they're here, and they're going to videotape it. And guess who's performing tonight? Stephen Keys, right? Isn't that amazing? That's full circle. And we didn't plan it. I didn't call him and say, hey, this, you know, it's just the love of his heart to give back to the community. So this is just to show that there is a bond that exists between the Afro Global Television Network and Jaku Kombit. Just a couple of things I'm going to highlight. I won't step here too long. I would like to highlight some of the things that Jaku Kombit has been doing, some of our programs that we've been running over the years, something which I'm very passionate about. I believe that not just to have events, but to have programs that are meaningful, that are tangible, that are impactful in the community. So over the years, Jaku Kombit has successfully developed and implemented a number of programs that have been very beneficial to a lot of people who have been part of these programs. So I'll just highlight a few of them. One of the programs that I'm very proud of is our tutoring program called the Black Star Tutoring. So this is a program that provides academic support to children from grade 3 to grade 12 in math, English, French, and science. And we are very proud that over the years we have built a good partnership with both school board, the public school board and the Catholic school board, to provide services to a number of kids that need help. We also run a very successful mentorship program, a youth mentorship program that plays a crucial role in providing guidance, encouragement, and opportunities for young people in Ottawa. By connecting them with mentors and role models, Jaku Kombit helped foster a sense of belonging and purpose among our youth. So, very, very dynamic program. If you have a young person or a son or a daughter that you want to get involved or looking for volunteer hours or just want to hang around with other young people who are doing amazing things in the community, I would really strongly advise you to check out the mentorship program that we are offering. In addition to that, we run a very successful program called Provincial Youth Outreach Worker Program. And this program focuses specifically to support Black youth and families that need help, whether it be short-term counseling or guidance or to be connected to different resources. And so this is a program that is funded by the Ministry of Children and Social Services. And it's the only program in Ontario, or in Ottawa, that is specifically funded, that is geared towards the African Caribbean youth and their family. I have to mention this one too as well, because this is a new program that we started about 2 years ago called the Black Youth Entrepreneur and Innovation Program. This program is about engaging young people who have a business idea but need help, need support to scale up their business to make it profitable. And we provide a workshop, information session, and the youth themselves have an opportunity to not only pitch their ideas, but have an opportunity to receive funding from Jaku Kombit to help to keep their business going or to start their business. So this is a program that I'm very proud of, and I really want to get information out near and far for any young person who have a business idea but just don't know where to go to get it going, or need some help, some guidance, some professional support. You know, we are here to help you to start your business. And so all you have to do is check out Jaku Kombit website, send in your name, send in your business idea, and then someone will get in touch with you. But it's a great program. I'll mention this program because this is very important, and this is a program that is geared to seniors in our community. Call Me, Let's Chat. This is a program that is geared to our elders, and they meet 3 times a week. and they're very adept. I remember prior to the pandemic, we used to meet, I would say, twice a month in person. And when the pandemic comes, the big question was, how are we going to connect with our elders and with our seniors? You know, not a lot of seniors are very adept when it comes to the internet and computer. But believe it or not, in no short space of time, the seniors become expert. And now, 3 times a week, they're online and they're meeting every Mondays and Wednesdays and Friday. It's a great program. Again, if you know any elders or seniors that you feel are either isolation or they just need some company or to connect with someone, this is a great program because they talk about all different kind of topics, and they do online exercise, which is a big hit. So that's a program that we're very proud of. So the name is very appropriate. Call me, let's chat. We're here to support you. So Jaku Kombit has been an organization that has been running these programs, been very much involved in the community, want to engage you, want you to know that it's up to us to make a difference. It's up to us to build a community. And this is why the celebration of Kwanzaa is so significant and so important, because it is not only coming together and socializing and meeting each other and networking, but the message and the principles are so powerful. It's about fostering, it's about promoting, it's about building strong family and community. And I'm sure all of us want to see strong family and community. So I hope you enjoy this Kwanzaa celebration. There's a lot of information. We have a table in the back where you can get some information more about the celebration. But I just want to say I want to thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. And also, if you have any questions about what Kwanzaa is, be more than happy to share more detail with you. Thank you so much.
Ken Campbell, the president of Jaku Kombit. Don't forget your VHS cassette here. So for the young people, a VHS cassette is your nowadays USB. Okay, it carries a lot of information for you to come back to. Ken, your VHS. Don't forget that. It's a collector's item right now. Ken speaks so passionately about everything that Jaku Kombit does, and they do so much. By no stretch of the imagination do I expect you to remember everything that he said to you today. So if you take out your device, if everyone has a phone, I'm pretty sure most people have a phone, please take out your phone. And we're going to go to jakukombit.com. jakukonbit.com. All right? 3 people are taking out their phones. 4, 5, okay. Go to their website. Everything that Ken spoke about is there. One thing that I do find within our community is that Jaku Kombit is doing so much, but I still find that they're underutilized within our community. So let's get them to be utilized way more than what we are doing now. Again, they bring this Kwanzaa celebration, they have a garden, they have so many things that they're doing, just instrumental in building community. So that is jakukombit.com. All of that information will be there. If you have young children, there is a play center in the back left, back right hand, right next to the photo booth. So if there's some arts and crafts, so if your children get a little antsy, we have things for them to do, so just direct them back there, and they will be preoccupied. Don't forget about the vendors at the back of the room as well. We want you to patronize them throughout the evening. And also there's a Jaku Kombit table. So some of the things that Ken was speaking about interests you. You can also find more information at that table over there. Dom, can you wave your hand? Yeah? Yeah. Dom is like Jaku Kombit everything. Any hat that they need to wear, he wears it. So check him out. He knows the Jaku Kombit from the inside out. And right now, I'm going to ask City Councilor Ralston King to take the stage. He was first elected in 2019 in a by-election, and then was re-elected October 24th, 2022. He holds the title of Ottawa's first black city councillor. As much as we applaud for that, we don't want to applaud for that because he might be the first, but he should never be the last. He set a trend, he set the pathway. Now you can speak to him so you know how you too can become a councillor in your area. He is representing Ward 13, Rideau Rockcliffe. Put your hands together for City Councillor Ralston King.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, we could do better than that. Listen, I'm under the weather, and nothing holds me back from coming to this Kwanzaa celebration, the largest, arguably, in Canada. So put your hands together, at least for yourselves. You're looking great. So on behalf of Mayor Mark Sutcliffe and Council, I want to bring greetings. I also want to acknowledge some colleagues in the room today. I see Ottawa Centre MPP Joel Harden is here, so I want to acknowledge him. As well as our hardworking police service. We have Deputy Chief Burnett here who works so hard on behalf of the community and who does amazing work in terms of engaging our community, so we want to thank you for being here. You know, each December, as the snow blankets our city, the warm glow of these 7 candles before us brings together Ottawa's diverse African Canadian communities in celebration of Kwanzaa. From Sandy Hill to Overbrook, where I live, I don't think I heard Bojangles mention Overbrook. From Westboro to Orleans, families and friends gather to honor the 7 principles that strengthen our bonds. In community centers and homes across Ottawa, we share in the tradition of lighting the candles, each flame representing values that unite us: unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. Our roots reach across the African continent and the Caribbean, and here in Ottawa, we grow stronger together. And you know, it's amazing listening to all the work that Ken's organization is doing. I see there are many other people representing other organizations. And just from personally, not just on behalf of council and the mayor, but personally, I want to thank you for all the amazing work that you do to ensure that our community is the best that it can be. You know, we saw the youth gather here before us, and it's all about the youth. We want to ensure that we leave a better city for them, that we treat our seniors with respect. All of these things, many organizations in this room do on a daily basis. So I want to thank you for that, and I want to hear some applause for that work that they do. Kwanzaa is important because it allows us to come together, to share traditional meals, to tell our stories, and to honor our heritage, and which really does demonstrate that Kwanzaa is more than a celebration, frankly. It's a bridge that connects our past to our future, our elders to our youth, and our diverse communities to one another. As Council Liaison for Anti-Racism and Ethnocultural Relations at the City of Ottawa, I'm honored to both support and sponsor this celebration. Let us not just continue to build on goals, not just during Kwanzaa, but throughout the year, making our city stronger through our unity. I want to thank you so much, and I want to wish everybody happy holidays. Thank you so much.
With a blend of raw talent, relentless determination, and a heart as vast as the universe, Barcode's music transcends boundaries and defies expectation. Growing up immersed in the vibrant tapestry of life's experiences, Barcode found solace and inspiration in the world of music. From the moment he picked up his first instrument, Barcode knew that he was destined to create something truly extraordinary. Barcode will be playing the keys for Stefan Keys.
And Stefan Keys is an experienced news anchor with a demonstrated history of working in the entertainment industry. skilled in breaking news, journalism, media relation, radio, film, and songwriting, strong arts and broadcast professional with a Bachelor of Journalism focused in television journalism and social history from Carleton University. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Stephen Keys and Barco to the stage.
And before they come up here, I just want to acknowledge that nobody wanted to hear a singer. Then you heard it with Stephen Keys, and everyone was like, yes, make him sing before I eat. Make him sing. Stephen.
Thank you. We're going to save Barcode for a little later. This song is going to be with a track. It's a classic. Etta James, At Last. Thank you, DJ.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart's been wrapped up in clover. Since the night I looked at you, and I found a dream that I can speak to, a dream that I never known. And I found a thrill to press my cheek to, yeah, a thrill that I can call my own. Oh yeah, yeah, when you smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven. For you are mine. At last.
Thank you. Happy Kwanzaa, everyone. Thank you. I'll be back a little later. Thank you.
Mauvais vent allait, fait soleil nous rivait. La rosée du matin retournait. Pour mon Dieu t'es raté, une femme t'a râlé des pieds. Et puis j'ouvre les, il finit par tomber. Si nous bien grandi, il fallait être au pays. Si tête pour moins fleuri, si wash tourner la pluie, racher toute votre âme, dominant la vie. Si manger tous les jours, et place pour l'amour. Oh, 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 oh. Haïti pas mourir. Oh, Tout qu'est exploité, pas proche, mais l'enfer. Si la vie fait me crédit, pas marcher tout lit. Pas besoin de prendre bateau, faut mourir con crapaud. Et moi, pendant l'année, fait l'espoir d'arriver. Il faut nous rassembler pour nous réconcilier. Dès que nous prix, nous payer sans crédit. Tout si mon yo pralerie, la misère va finir. Oh, 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 oh. Haïti pas mourir. Oh, 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 oh. La vie n'a pas fini. The rainy days are gone, now the sun is shining. Together we can chase all the bad time away. The children we've been smiling, the miseries indeed. United we won't fall. Love always conquers all. Oh, 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 oh. Haïti pas mourir. Oh, 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 oh. Haïti pas périr. Oh, oh, oh. Non, la vie pas finie. Haïti pas périr. Haïti pas fini.
I am born from greatness,
I am born from greatness,
carrying the strength of my ancestors.
carrying the strength of my ancestors.
I stand tall, rooted in Umoja,
I stand tall, rooted in Umoja,
the unity that makes us stronger together.
the unity that makes us stronger together.
I believe I can achieve anything I set my mind to.
I believe I can achieve everything I set my mind to.
For my dreams have no limits.
For my dreams have no limits.
I promise to use my creativity,
I promise to use my creativity,
guided by Kuumba, to build a brighter tomorrow.
guided by Kumba, to build a brighter tomorrow.
I will embrace knowledge,
I will embrace knowledge.
experiences, and the wisdom of my community.
Experiences is the wisdom of my community.
I will walk with Imani,
I will walk in Imani,
faith in myself,
faith in myself,
my family, and my purpose.
my family, and my purpose.
I am unique,
I am unique,
one of a kind,
one of a kind,
and wonderfully made.
and wonderfully made.
I am created with purpose,
I'm created with purpose,
just as I am meant to be.
just as I am meant to be.
I hold the keys to my future
I hold the keys to my future
and steer the journey of my life.
and see the journey of my life.
It is my duty to share the gifts
It's my duty to share the gifts
and the talents I have been blessed with.
and the talents I have been blessed with.
I deserve to be valued,
I deserve to be valued,
celebrated, and treated like treasure.
celebrated, and treated like treasure.
I am a shining star,
I'm a shining star,
born to lead and to inspire.
born to lead and to inspire.
I am rooted in unity,
I am rooted in unity,
purpose, and faith,
purpose, and faith,
connecting me to my community.
connecting me to my community.
I am a beacon of hope,
I'm a beacon of hope,
carrying the spirit of Kwanzaa's 7 principles.
carrying the spirits of Kwanzaa's 7 principles.
Greatness is my heritage,
Greatness is my heritage,
my destiny, and my truth.
my destiny, and my truth.
Together, we will make a difference.
Together we will make a difference.
For the world is better with us in it.
So the world is better with us in it.
And in the summer, Jaku Kombit has a summer camp. Greatness is within me, summer camp. And you can send them to that camp because these are products of that camp, and these are some of the things that they learn at these camps. We're going to get into our candle lighting ceremony right now. If you are not sure about Kwanzaa, we have our Kinara, which is here. The black candles represent the people. The red candles represent the struggle, while the green candles represent hope. So we have some community leaders that we have asked to help us light these candles here tonight. And this is what Kwanzaa is about. Every day, from Boxing Day, from December 26th onwards to January 1st, leaving the old year, coming into the new year, we meditate on these principles and figure out how are we going to use and utilize these principles into our everyday life. So it's not just a ceremony of words, lighting a candle, and that's it. But how do we start the year off that way and continue it throughout the year? So we will ask all of those people who have been enlisted to light the candle, if you can come forward. All right, so the first individual who we are going to ask to light the candle, we're going to do 3 things. The first thing, we're going to let you know what that principle is, how it's pronounced in Swahili, what it means, and then we will introduce the person who is going to light it. Now, we don't have the new school lighters. They got the match and matchbook. So this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. So the first person is going to light the black candle, and then we will use that black candle and light all the other ones. We'll interchange from green to red, green to red, green to red, until we are done. Sounds good? So we will light the black candle first. That candle will then be used. We'll take the black candle out. We'll use the black candle to then light hope and then acknowledge the struggle. Light hope, acknowledge the struggle until we are done. So the first individual who will be lighting the candle is
Suzette Weeks, who is the president of the St. Vincent Association of Ottawa. So we'll welcome Suzette to light on. The first candle is Umoja, which means unity. Can everyone say Umoja? I can't hear you. That means unity.
All right, so the second principle is the principle of kujichagulia. Say it with me, kujichagulia. Yeah. No, it kind of sounds like a song, right? This is the principle of self-determination. How do you continue to persevere through all of the struggles that you might face? I will ask Jean-Marie of Black History Ottawa to come forward and light that candle. Jean-Marie is the Vice President Treasurer of Black History Ottawa, and he is also the Treasurer of the Board for Flow Seniors Health and Care Program Network. He has over 30 years of volunteering experience and started his community work back in Montreal. Jean-Marie. Green, go green. kujichagulia. Love it.
All right. The third candle is ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Can we all say ujima? Collective work and responsibility. And I would like to invite Abdulrazak to light the red candle. Abdulrazak is the founder and managing director of Suradway, a grassroots organization committed to advancing equity and cultural responsiveness. Ujima.
All right, principle number 4 is the principle of ujamaa, cooperative economics. You say ujamaa. Ujamaa. Cooperative economics. I will ask Jimmy Sebuline to come forward. Now, Jimmy wears a number of hats, and I'm not going to read from his biography. What Jimmy is instrumental in doing is bringing people from Canada to the continent of Africa. Every year he makes these trips. He has one coming up March of 2025, and then again in December 2025. If you are interested in going to Uganda, you can have a discussion with him, and he will reunite you with the motherland. Jimmy, take the black and light the green. He also has a Boys and Girls Club named after his mother in Uganda as well, the AZ Boys and Girls Club, where he mentors and teaches youth all throughout Uganda. He brings dance troops to Canada many, many times throughout the year, giving them a way to see a new life, a new country, a new continent, a new way of being out of the spirit of dance. This is what Jimmy does. He's been doing this for almost 20 years. He looks 21. But he's been doing it for 20 years. Thank you again, Jimmy.
The fifth Kwanzaa principle is Kumba. Can we all say Kumba? That is creativity. I'm gonna invite John Adiefa, the president of the African Canadian Association Ottawa, to light the red candle. Kumba, creativity.
The next principle is the principle of Nia. Everyone say Nia. And that is the principle of purpose. The gentleman I'm going to ask to light this candle, I'd be remiss if you're lighting the Nia candle, the candle of purpose, and your lovely wife is not lighting it with you. So Kelly, can you also come forward to join Yomi Pratt, to light the sixth candle, the candle of Nia? Because I know Yomi does a lot of great things, but he's not able to do them without Kelly. So you'll take the black, light the green together. So Kelly and Yomi represent the Global Community Alliance, where every year they have this gala where they raise funds to give back to the breakfast programs for the Ottawa Carleton and Ottawa District school boards. Yomi was a teacher for many years and has been an influencer to many young people who have grown up and still recognize him as, oh, Mr. Pratt, Mr. Pratt. So we will ask them to light the candle of Nia. Now, their gala sells out every year. I believe this year it will be on February 22nd, 2025. Yomi, February 22. And if I know anything about Yomi, He probably has the tickets ready right now. So if you're looking for a ticket for the Global Community Alliance Gala for 2025, connect with Yomi tonight, because if you wait till January 10th, there won't be any left, and then he'll tell you, oh, I promise I'll try to get you some, and he won't. So make sure you get to him tonight.
Awesome. For our last principle is Imani. Can we say Imani? Which means faith. And I would like to welcome Abinet and Yodit, co-founder of the Ethiopian Canadian Seniors Association of Ottawa, to light the last candle. The Ethiopian Canadian Seniors Association, they host a lot of events, community events. So if you want to learn more, you can talk to them. This is Imani, faith.
So again, as we celebrate Kwanzaa, we think and we meditate on these principles, the principles of unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, creativity, purpose, and faith. And we try to think about how can we make sure that these are all represented throughout our life in the years to come, from month to month, week to week, and year to year. One of the things that I love most about Kwanzaa is that Kwanzaa is not connected or tied to just one religion or one origin, one place where we're going to be the center of Kwanzaa. But Kwanzaa is all about togetherness. It's all about uniting. It's all about building community and building self within those communities. So I hope that we are able to continue to make Kwanzaa a part of our everyday life as we continue to just move forward to build this community. And again, the theme for Kwanzaa this year is uniting to build community. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring forward our keynote speaker. So some of you may have heard or seen this lovely young lady. Patricia Babia Mawa is the Executive Vice President of Silver Trust Media and Afro Global Television. She has directed and produced over 15 television programs, including The Visionaries and Standing Ovation. She is the writer and director of the new drama series Omabella Palace. Patricia is the Associate Publisher of Excellence in Vision and Destiny magazines, Chair of Real World Screen Institute. She is the recipient of the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. Patricia has been featured on CNN International in half-hour specials. In March 2016, the duo launched Afro Global Television, a 24-hour television channel. In 2018, she co-authored the 150 Extraordinary Canadians Legacy book. Now you can make noise. Now you can put your hands together. And now you can be loud for our keynote speaker, Patricia Babea Mawa.
Yeah, thank you so much. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah, wow, it's so, great to be here tonight. It's been so wonderful to just see all the, events that happened, the entertainment, and all, the speech from Ken. Being here tonight is so significant for me because I was actually at the very first Kwanzaa event, believe it or not. I know I look 20, but I was here 20 years ago about when the first Kwanzaa event happened. But my journey in Canada started right here in this city, on Bank Street, not too far from here. That's where we had our office. And as Ken said, the Jacko Combid meetings were held at our office. And I'm so happy to be here to see what this organization has grown to. And please, let's put our hands together for Ken. He's a true leader and a true visionary. I remember when he, used to discuss with us about what his plans were, for the community, and it's just so heartwarming to see the community come together. And I'm particularly excited to see young people. Hey, young people, make some noise. Make some noise again. I mean, the best thing that can happen to us as a community is to have our young people in a room like this to celebrate our culture and to give them the pride that they need to go out there and conquer and be whoever they want to be. You know, today our theme is Africans Unite, strengthening family, community, and culture. And those three things, family, community, and culture, the three things that have helped me to be who I am today. I know as a community, we have been through a lot. Like we see it with the red candles, which stands for our struggle as a people. We've been through hell and back, but look at us. Look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. Look at where we are, and look at what we continue to do and achieve. No, family is so important. It's like the first place that you, as an individual, you're born into, where you feel safe, where, you know, love lives, and where you can actually dream and be whatever you want to be. I know as a community, we always celebrate our successes, but we're always afraid to share our challenges. Many times when people are going through stuff, we don't hear about it. But when we're celebrating, we invite people to celebrate with us. We started as a media organization that wanted to make a difference in the community. I remember when I came to Canada 24 years ago, in May of 2000, before I came here, I was already a television host in Nigeria, hosting a daily talk show. And when I came to Canada, I was told that I could never be on TV here because I had an accent. And I remember trying to become a personal support worker. I mean, I really respect, you know, our healthcare workers, but I kept saying to myself, this is not meant for me, because, I mean, if I see blood, I freak out. Like, I literally freak out. And I thought, no, this is not what I was cut out to do. And I remember we actually tried to get a TV show started, and we kept on getting no's from all the channels, and we didn't give up. We kept on trying, and then we got this show called Planet Africa on TV. And Planet Africa started in 2002, right here in Ottawa, from that office on Bank Street. And one of the first shows that we had was a Kwanzaa event, you know, that we filmed with Ken and his group. And today, we have a 24-hour TV channel, 3 regularly scheduled magazines. Thank you. And over 20 titles that we published in our Discover magazine series for countries and organizations. And I know, you know, when we started here in Ottawa, a lot of people were there. I see Yomi Pratt and Kelly. I see Justin Lakou. And so many other people that knew us when we were here. It was really tough. I mean, I remember when I had my first daughter, when we were going to do some of those things. I remember when we interviewed Senator Donald Oliver, and my baby was in the other office, and she kept crying. I had to go and breastfeed and come back and do the interview. But it's so exciting to be able to see that the hard work did pay off. So I want to say to the young people in the room today, you know, we as a people, we've been through a lot. And I know that society tries to put a lot on us, a lot of cap. But I want to say to you, do not try to change yourself to fit into arenas that were not even created for us. Be bold enough to say, if there's no opportunity for me, I'll create it. When we started our company many years ago, we saw a vacuum. There were no positive images about black people on television. All we saw was war, crime, poverty, and things that were not elevating. And we wanted to change that narrative. Omni TV gave us an opportunity to have a TV show called Planet Africa, which is actually still on Omni TV today. But guess what? That was not enough. we decided to start a 24-hour TV channel. Today, that channel is on Rogers Cable, Bell 5, TELUS, and Eastlink across Canada. We're the largest Black-owned media organization in Canada today. And it's because we didn't just take no for an answer. We didn't settle for less. So I want to say to young people, do not settle for less. If you're working somewhere, a friend of mine was saying to me the other day that he was working at a bank and he had all these people saying, oh, I have a PhD, I have a master's in this and that. And when they came to him, he said, I'm going to run the bank one day. And I'm like, yeah, that's the attitude that we should have. Because guess what? You can. You can absolutely do whatever you want to do. And I want to challenge us as a community to, when I came to Ottawa, I went to school, and after school, I was on welfare because I was just getting started. And one day, I called my caseworker and I said, I don't want to be on welfare anymore. And she's like, do you have a job? I said, no. And she said, why don't you want to continue collecting social assistance? I said, because if I keep getting this money, I won't be challenged to go look for a job. And she's like, I've never heard this before. I'm like, I don't want the money. So she's like, well, why don't you just take it for 3 more months? I said, no. And guess what? Within 2 weeks, I got a job. And I've never been on social assistance again. Sometimes we get stuck as immigrants when we come into this country. I always say to people that every immigrant that left their country and came here sacrificed so much so that you just can't be regular. Maya Angelou said something. She said, if you're always trying to be normal, you'll never discover how amazing you could be. We left so much to be here. I remember when I came to Ottawa, I was all by myself. I remember one Christmas, I even sent myself a Christmas card by mail so I can get something. And those days, there were no phones. I tried to call my family. They'll go wait somewhere, and I can't get through. And I'd be crying, just being by myself. So we sacrificed so much to be here. I came here alone. Now I have 4 children. Being here was such a huge sacrifice. I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. I know a lot of the young people, you were born here, so you can't relate to what I'm saying. But your parents sacrificed so much for you to be here. So I've been here. There's so much that we left, we left our family, our friends, and everything to be here. So we just can't be ordinary. So I want to challenge us all as a committee. Don't settle for less. Just go to a mile. Whatever you're doing, take it to another level. And don't be satisfied with just being regular. Like we saw some young people singing here. How can we take that to another level? Have you thought of having a CD, making a CD? Have you thought of approaching a record label to, do something about your talent? So let's not settle. I want to say to Jacko Combit, the work that you're doing is really amazing. But how can we, as a community, support Jacko Combit to ensure that every single person in this room not only achieve their full potential, but exceeds their potential? Because there are things that I have done in this country that exceeded my potential, because there were things that happened that I never knew I could even achieve. All you need is to dream just bigger than you are now, and then when you're done with that, dream another dream. And I tell you, one day, you'll be surprised. Now, the other thing that I really want to challenge us as a committee is supporting one another. In 2008, when the recession hit, we almost closed our business, and we decided that we're going to change things up because we're not getting enough support from the community. As a media organization serving the Black community, the only way we could make money was to go get people to advertise, and no one wanted to advertise. So we said, well, how can we survive? So we decided that we're going to actually contact companies that had budgets. We actually shut down the part of our business that had salespeople going to community, shops to say, can you advertise with us? We stopped all that. We became a media organization in the Black community, not a Black media organization. So we started contacting General Motors. We got a deal to do an ad for General Motors, for Cadillac. And then we got a deal to do an ad for Freshco, for a grocery chain, and then we got to deal with the government of Ontario. Before you knew it, we were actually giving back to the community. So I want to challenge us to be creative. One of the principles of Kwanzaa is Kumba. We as black people are the most creative people on earth. When things are not working for us, put your creativity to work. Don't just sit there and give up and say, unless society put labels on us. You know, it is so important that we put the labels that we want on ourselves. What is it that you want people to see us as? And that's why what we do at Afro Global is so important. You know, we're telling our stories the way we want the stories to be told. I remember many years ago when Michael John became Governor General, I'll tell you a couple of headlines from mainstream organizations. One of the headlines said, refugee becomes Governor General. I was like, really? Another one said, from the ghettos of Port-au-Prince to Parliament Hill. I'm like, Jesus, this woman just became Governor General. What is the word ghetto doing in the headline? What is the word refugee doing in the headline? But guess what? When stories are told that have to do with us, and we don't control the narrative, that's what we get sometimes. That story that's supposed to be the most glorifying and exciting story became a story that is tainted with something that's negative. But guess what the headline read at our organization? Canada gets its first black Governor General. That's elevating. And Share News, another organization, the black community, says African Canadian becomes Governor General. That's what we're talking about. I know Canada is a small country compared to a lot of the countries out there, but I'm still waiting for us as a people to have our own economy. I know in the US they have that. To have our own economy where if you want to do anything, you can find something in the community that does it, and we can build an economy that is so strong that we can even give welfare checks to people that are suffering in our community. That's the kind of community that I dream of. And I think we can get there with organizations like Jaku Combit, with the organization that Yomi Pratt and everyone else is putting together here. You know, there's a saying, an African saying, that if the ants get together, they can move an elephant. We may be ants in this community because we're not that large in numbers, but all it takes is determination. One of the principles of Kwanzaa is self-determination, kujichagulia. If we're determined as a people, we're unstoppable. So I've come all the way from Toronto to say to us today that, yes, we can. We can. I came here with $2,000 when I came to Canada. But today, we have licensed millions of dollars worth of programming. We have triggered programs worth $10 million. We have done things that I never expected we could do because we were determined. We were determined. And I want to say to every young person in this room, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anybody put any labels on you. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. It doesn't matter what they say to you in school. You know, my daughter's being bullied, and I said to her, you know, imagine that in the next 5 years, your bullies, they're going to move on and become something. But if you allow what they said to you today to stop you from being who you're supposed to be, the future will hold you accountable. That's what I want to say to the young people here today. The future will hold you accountable. And to us, the older people, the future will also hold us accountable. Posterity will not forgive us if we do not take our place right now, this moment, and do what we need to do as a family, as a community, to ensure that we're not at the bottom. Yes, there was slavery. Yes, there was all these things, racism and all the things that we go through every day, even in this country, Canada. But one thing I know is that no one else can stop you but you. If we make up our minds that tomorrow belongs to us. Tomorrow belongs to us. But if we make up our minds that limitations will put us down, limitations will definitely put us down. You know, when I decided that I was going to continue to do what I was doing during the recession, and we decided that we're going to continue to do what we're doing in the media, it took everything that we knew, everything that we kind of could come up with to stay in business. But you know what happened? Right at that moment, when we made up our minds that we're going to stay in business, and we started to come up with strategies, during the recession, we grew 300%. We hired 8 people. We got the biggest contract in the history of our organization during a recession. We've given up too much to be here in this land. And my opinion is that when you give up so much, you deserve more. We deserve more than we're getting. Jaku Kombi deserves more. Black History Ottawa deserves more. Afro Global Television deserves more, because we gave out more to be here. I'm not actually saying all the things I plan to say, but I believe that all I'm saying is what needs to be said. Because I'm a spiritual person, I believe that God puts these words I'm saying in my mouth. And I would like to say that whenever we come together as a community and we celebrate each other and we celebrate our culture, it's very significant because it's reminding us of who we are. We come from a lineage of kings and queens and people that never gave up, people that survived the worst things that a race can survive. I mean, our lineage was fractured. Our people were taken away from us. So much our dignity was taken away from us. But look at us today. We produced the president of the most powerful country in the world. The other day I heard that a Nigerian guy many years ago bought Gatwick Airport in the United Kingdom. Can you imagine that? And when I look around and see the things that are happening with our music, we're celebrating culture here today. Look at Afrobeats. I was in Cannes in France the other day, and I was in the mall, and they were playing Burna Boy. And they played Burna Boy, then they played Wizkid, and they were playing from one Afrobeat song to the next, and I was like, wow, this is incredible. You know how that happened? Those guys were proud of their music. They played it over and over again. They refused to play hip-hop. They refused to sing hip-hop. They wanted to play their own unique sound, and the world reckoned with them. How about our fashion? How about our art? How about our cultural respect? A friend was talking about honor the other day. There's something that we have that I think is so amazing in our culture. That's the cultural respect. Are we teaching that to our children? Have we done more to ensure that that culture that we have stands? As a parent, I think one of the things that hurts me the most is when my children are not able to take our culture. And as a community, I think events like this, we should support with all our hearts and all our souls, because this gathering, what these young people are seeing here today, what we're doing, is bridging the gap between generations. It's giving our children like the foundation that they need to stand on to be whoever they want to be. And in that light of supporting the community, on behalf of Afro Global Television, I would like to pledge a $5,000 support for Jaku Kombit towards advertising and promotion to ensure that this organization, what they're doing, the work that they're doing, that the whole world hears about it. And if you're there, you can support, if you can volunteer, if you can give monetary support to Jaku Kombit or organizations like this, do it. Don't wait to be called. You know, Martin Luther King said, the fierce, most urgent and compelling question is, what are you going to do for others? I'll end with the story that a friend told me about his son. So he said his son is like a track and field guy, and he's always winning medals. And one day, he was running and about to win, and he started to kind of slow down. And at the end of the game, he asked his son, "Why did you slow down?" You know what the little boy said? He said, "I'm always winning. I just thought somebody else should win today." I mean, I know that's not a good spirit of sportsmanship because you're supposed to want to win all the time, but there's a lesson to be learned there. Sometimes when we win, are we really winning if we don't win? When you succeed and you're the only one, are you really winning? If you're the only black person that did this and nobody else, have you really won? You know, Dr. King said something. He said, we are actually tied together in one garment of destiny, so that when something affects one directly, it indirectly affects all of us. So I'll end by saying, let's put together whatever we can to ensure that our community is not just strong, but that we're determined and that we're ready, not just for the challenges of today, but for the challenges of tomorrow, and that we're ready to take on whatever we need to take on to ensure that the future is not just a future that we dream of, but a future that we start to write today. We're starting to write it this moment with actions, with deliberate actions that will take us to the future that we deserve. We deserve better, and we can do better. That's all I came to tell you from Toronto. I wish you a happy Kwanzaa. God bless.
Thank you so much. Well done. I know we have a program that we have to complete, but I feel like we need to take a moment and sit in some of those things that Ms. Patricia just spoke to us. Let's think about the contributions of our people on this world in art, in entertainment, in fashion. She said something very key. Do not wait to be called. Volunteer who you are and what you are doing, and don't settle for less. So let us take a moment just to sit in those words, because I feel that they're very poignant and very purposed in the principle of Nia. But I feel like it's very purposed today, and I feel like it touched a lot of individuals. Think about our contributions: arts, fashion, entertainment, music. And now maybe that you've thought about the contributions, think about yourself. Think about what is your purpose. What is the gift that you've been bestowed with that needs to be shared widely amongst your community and throughout this world that only you can do, because only you have that gift. So personalize it now.
All right, so next we are gonna have J.S. Runner, a conscious artist from Ottawa, who fuses his faith with social and personal commentary in his songs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome J.S. Runner to the stage.
I bet. Hey, hey.
Okay. Let me kick back, let me sit back. Flip back, saying yeah, I'm running on track. Woke up late from the bird last night. It's a Monday, still got show up on. Bus is late, this is no surprise. In the heart, yeah, it's been like that. Hop on the bus as a kid from the bird. My stop throwing signs, but it's not his life, no. Every ant got a beef, and the beef got an ant. Understand, yeah, I'm trying to graduate. That's a hope that I land on a cloud ride, waiting for a daily. So I track and I track, though press. I'm the press restless for the dream say. Jobless, I don't want that. Numbers don't lie, trying to build a home, yo. I've been dreaming for a while, but the future is now, so I gotta wake up. Grew up with poverty, with frenemies, but I need to go. The road is paved, I'm switching lanes up and up, yeah, I'm going away. From misery, unhappiness, the Disney and sun, that's a flip back and better wake up. Boy, your time is now, welcome me mobile. Gotta grab life by sense. It don't wait, no, it don't wait for nobody. Et le futur est présent, je peux pas prédire l'avenir, je suis pas Nathan. Maintenant les dettes et les factures, ils m'attendent. Papa, maman veulent un enfant diplômé. Faire toute l'affaire de mes légués, ya. Prendre le retraite à Bazao, Kinshasa. Ressens la pression des chefs, on Moubarak, combien de faux panas, Bazo, Tala. Et je blague, y'a trop stéréotypes. J'ai filé comme pour faire place à mes filles. Et mes garçons pour y grandir sans pression de tenir la dignité de toute nation. Pour grimper dans les nuages, si je suis honnête, être un homme de frisson. Mais je dois continuer et taper par oublier pour la stabilité. Nous sécuriser. Seigneur, je stresse, je connais pas l'avenir. Je veux pas devenir comme ceux qui piquent trop. Mon a dit tant qu'il ramasse, il pensait c'était. Maintenant il se trouve. Je suis finalement arrivé où ce que je voulais, mais je m'entendais naïvement que la vie soit fou. Je pousse et je pousse, je me demande quand tout ça se reste quand je rêvais durant mon dernier âge. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Tous ces pressions risquent cacher ma santé. Je suis fatigué, constamment travailler. Tenir le monde sur mon dos comme un matelas. Hélas, il faudra tout céder. À l'invisible, visiblement, je suis stressé. Je connais ton cœur et ta façon de faire. Ton chat, attends, c'est à faire et j'attends pour la paix. Let's go! Fais passer better wake up. Boy, your time is now, welcome me mobile. Gotta grab life by sense. It don't wait, no, it don't wait for nobody. Fais passer better wake up. Boy, your time is now, welcome me mobile. Gotta grab life by sense. It don't wait, no, it don't wait for nobody. Thank you. God bless y'all. Happy Kwanzaa.
Just move on up. celebration. You may find from time to time complications. Come on. Take a trip. There may be wet road ahead. You cannot slip. Just move on up and be fun. Hey, into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush now, child. And don't you cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. And keep on wishing. Oh, remember your dreams are only schemes, so keep on pushing.
Good. We're gonna put our hands behind and we're moving in. 6, 5, 6, 7, and so. Good. Amazing. All right. We're going in 5. 5, 6, 7, we go. All right, we turn to guitar. And up. And low. And up. Good, we're going to the side.
Remember the days of toting water, anytime that you have to bid. But when people pass and they see you, what will Lord used to feel?
Good, we're going up.
Wondering if this lasts forever. Wondering when you will feel proud.
And up.
If it's one thing Daddy didn't tell me, there is sunrise after
From the
the
top.
I say even though the road is long, no matter what come, I know I don't make it. Oh Lord, I don't make it.
Good, we turn.
Even though
All right, to
the
guitar.
road is long, no matter what come, I know I don't make it. Yes, I don't make it. Be right here, but I can't change the power. Feel the
Applause.
it's a spiritual feeling, but I can't change the power. Tripping on the road, but I can't change the power. On the ground, and I can't change the power. When the music hit me, I can't change the power. Even though
Good, deep breath up.
you want people try to fight you, all how they want bring you down. Behind your back, they're trying to spite you, smiling with you like.
We're gonna stretch now, so I want big
Yes, you know them people back on you. Yes, you
Oi, 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 oi,
but you
oi.
can't focus and get through.
Other side, big circle.
Even though the road is long, no matter what
Come on, oh, I go make it. Hey, yes, I go make it. So going side to side. So one. And let's go faster. Oh, yo. Good, deep breath up.
Hi, my name is Femi.
Hi, my name is Malik.
It's really nice to be here celebrating Kwanzaa with Jaku Kombit, festive event, and we're really excited to be here. And lots of people, we're having so much fun, lots of food, and wishing everybody the best of 2025. You know, it's nice to see people, nice to see faces, nice to see people dressed up in their different traditional attires. Right, Malik? What do you think?
For sure. I've been going to Kwanzaa for a while with my family, and it's just been a great event to go with my family and see other cultures and have fun with the community and really enjoy the night. And yeah.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Nikita Rain.
And I'm Faye Henry.
very well so far. This is our second time at this event. Well, my second time.
My second time too.
And I'm having a very good time.
Look at the attendance here. A lot of great people. It's nice seeing people that we haven't seen in a really long time gather for this great occasion.
I know the president, but I wasn't aware of what it actually stands for. So it was a good lesson hearing the president speak. That was informative for me.
And for me, honestly, just seeing the great talent that Ottawa has. There's so many amazing singers and dancers. It's just very nice to see our community come out and just enjoy this occasion together.
Hi, I'm Stefan Keys, Stefankeyes. I'm a local news anchor here in the city of Ottawa, and tonight at Kwanzaa, I was singing a couple of songs for the audience. Honestly, I like the old school. I like to sing a lot of classics. The first song I sang was At Last. It's a love song, but really, when it comes to community and unity and being there for one another, I think that we need to fall in love with our Afrocentricity all over again. And when we say, at last, our love has come along, I think we can also look at ourselves in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm here. I've come along. I love myself, and I can stand in the confidence of who I am to strive and be a better person, not just for myself, but for our community as a whole. Kwanzaa means exactly what we're doing here tonight. Kwanzaa is a celebration of who we are. It's a respect of who we are. It's a coming together. It's a fellowship. It's a collectiveness. It's a gathering to celebrate unity, community, and having faith that things will always get better, that we can keep striving to do more and keep uplifting one another in the process.
Kwanzaa, it's an African-American holiday, and because part of my roots, I'm from Africa, all black people, part of African, and that's what inspired it. And my daughter's name is also called Kwanzaa.
Yes, my mother named me after
The African-American.
and in Swahili it means first fruit or first harvest. So I'm happy my mother named me Kwanzaa just because I'm able to, I came out of the womb and I already am immersed into the culture. So yeah, by posting things on social media, posting that I'm at the Kwanzaa event, letting people know what each day means, and showing them, and also lighting our Kwanzaa candles every day and kind of posting that on social media so everybody can kind of see that. So that's how I kind of spread my culture and represent my first name.
The libation is a sort of a ceremonial pouring of a liquid. Most commonly water, but in some communities it will be even alcoholic beverage. Okay? And it's a way of paying homage to the spirit of the ancestors who've gone before us. Whatever we do today is based upon the efforts that have been made and the groundwork that was laid by those our forefathers and mothers, and it's a way of honoring them. It's a significant event worth supporting, especially for the younger people to understand some of the origins of the traditions and customs that we practice. We as a community, regardless of the place of origin, have a common denominator as black people, and we should be working together, cooperating to advance our status in the society and to make sure that this place is left better than when we first came here for our younger people.
So far, I'm loving it. There's a lot of people here, great turnout, and amazing food. So I'm very inspired about this idea of African people having their voice in the future of fashion. So I've found a lot of appreciation within the community, and for that I'm very thankful.
Well, Kwanzaa brings people together, and obviously it's ingrained in African traditions and culture, heritage, unity, celebrating the family, peace, goodwill. But more significantly, in the context of our multicultural diaspora, it really brings all kinds of people together to celebrate core values that go beyond just the African tradition. Canada, obviously, we got 10 provinces, 3 territories. We've looked far and wide, and you're absolutely correct. This is the largest gathering of its size. But what's more significant is just it allows us in this diaspora, this great diaspora around the world, and specifically here in Canada, to just kind of get together and break bread and share and kind of rejuvenate our spirits about our purpose, our meaning, and obviously that quest for a greater community, greater world. Well, the theme is usually consistent: family and unity. Again, peace, prosperity, goodwill, helping your fellow citizen. How do we collectively work together to reach a better plane, not only for us collectively in the community, but if our community does well, by virtue and extension of Kwanzaa, Canadian society would do well, and by extension, the world. So it's small but big in terms of vision, and you got to have a good big vision to really start doing anything. I think what you're going to see is just a continuation. Obviously, there's been 21 years of this organization doing this thing, and of course, Afro Global has been a part of that journey way back from the inception. And so I think you're going to see greater things happen in terms of big word, but nation building, perhaps better said, is community building. How do we nurture and sustain ourselves, not only at this level of you and I, but the young folks that are coming up and passing the baton to them, making sure that they inherit what is obviously a vibrant and rich culture, even though they perhaps have not been to Africa, but it's within us, it's within the spirit and the space we occupy. So by doing Kwanzaa, we hopefully feed and sustain that spirit of heritage rejuvenation, better country, better world.
Hi, my name is Shandonette Johnson Arowello, and I would like to wish everyone a happy Kwanzaa. From all the people gathered here today, we're gathered for the same purpose of being together as one and sharing all our lived experiences together.
There's so much rich culture in our community and so much to do in terms of volunteering and being a part of our community so that we can succeed and our children can learn about their culture.
Today's event is really about community, and it's an opportunity for us to come together and really celebrate our unity and working together collaboratively. I would love that people take away the fact that there's so many opportunities that are being provided by community members, whether it's programs, services, products. So tapping into that more and finding an opportunity for people just to connect more to their community and also to offer back in terms of their time as well as their talents.
Kwanzaa is very important for the younger generation. I think that it's an opportunity for them to learn, for them to see community in action, bringing a bunch of different cultures together, the Black community, and it will help them watch us do work collectively, celebrate collectively, and it will help them in the future. Today's participation has been great. I think we've seen that year after year, Kwanzaa has been growing in Ottawa, and it's amazing to see the community come out. We encourage everybody to take a part in Kwanzaa, to take a part in Jaku Kombit and participate. I think everybody has something to bring to the organization. For the people who've joined today, I'd love for them to take home that we are a community, we are one. As Black people, we can join collectively and celebrate and learn and grow together. So continue to come out and participate in Kwanzaa and with Jaku Kombit.
My name is Galila Garamo. I am the mentorship program coordinator for Jaku Kombit, and I'm the co-MC for our Kwanzaa event, the second time in a row. And everyone came out dressed up with representing their own cultures, as I am dressed with an Ethiopian dress. Right here, it's called Habesha Kamis, and I've seen a lot of cultural attire, and this shows that how we all are beautiful when we come together and celebrate our diversity. So I want people to continue to celebrate their culture and tradition. We had an amazing performance and a very inspiring and motivational keynote speaker, which is Patricia Mawa, and we learned a lot from her. We had a lot more attendees this year. Last year we had it in the same place, but we only had one part of the room. But this year, we had the entire building to ourselves. So we had a lot of attendance, and yeah, it was a great performance, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Campbell. I'm the president of Jaku Kombit. Yeah, so Jaku Kombit has been a non-profit organization in Ottawa for over 24 years. And for the last 20 years, we've been promoting and hosting an annual Kwanzaa celebration. And the celebration has grown over the years to the point where it become a staple event that take place during the holiday season. Kwanzaa is always special because it brings family and community together. That is the key. It recognizes children, it recognizes parents, it recognizes seniors, and it recognizes community members, our community leaders. This celebration is special because we not only come together, it doesn't matter where you're from in the Caribbean, if you're from Jamaica, Barbados, St. Vincent, Trinidad, or where on the continent you're from, if you're from Ghana, if you're from Nigeria, Ethiopia, Somalia, the key is that we are recognizing people of African descent, and we are looking at the shared experiences and the shared culture that we have. And so it's a great event because it brings that sense of unity, that sense of collectivity, and it reinforces that important value that although we are many people, yet we are one, and that we have a responsibility to support each other, a responsibility to give back to the community, a responsibility for our children, a responsibility for the overall well-being and development of our community. I think our Kwanzaa celebration has actually got to the size because of consistently we have been running this program every year, and we put a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of effort into it. And we slowly kind of build it up, and so over the years it has grown, and like a snowball, it kind of get bigger and bigger. But to answer your question, to my knowledge, I'm not aware of any Kwanzaa celebration that is at the same level as what we are doing here in Ottawa. I think it's dedication. I think it's really understanding the passion of what the powerful meaning of what Kwanzaa is, right? For me, the values are so important because it focuses on family, it focuses on community, and it focuses on culture. And to me, that is the recipe or the ingredients to building a strong, dynamic community. And so because of that, we have put a lot of effort into it, and we have actually used other aspects of the celebration, what they call the Nguzo Saba, in different programs that we run in Jakukambi. So we have a summer camp called Greatness is Within Me that focuses on that. We have a March break camp called Kumba Camp that focuses on the principle of creativity. We have a job fair that we do every February and every March called Ujima, which focuses on collective work and responsibility. So for us, the principles and the values of Kwanzaa are life ongoing lessons that we applied in our day-to-day life, you could say, part of our day-to-day experiences. People of African descent have a great history, a great legacy. I've done so much and believe in our seniors as well, that they have a role to play, just like our children have a role to play, and that we all are part of this journey, which is self-development, self-improvement. And the only way we can be successful is when we work together. So networking, partnership, and collaboration is the takeaway that I would recommend for everyone to get from this celebration.
Yo,
You may be seated.
I was born by the river in a little tent, oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been a too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brothers. And I say, brothers, help me please, yeah. But they wind up knocking me right down on my knees. Oh, there were times when I thought I wouldn't last for long. Didn't think I was able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Please give a round of applause to these talented musicians. Young men with very bright futures. There were times when I thought I wouldn't last for long. Didn't think I was able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, pirates, yes, they're up high, so light to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, 'cause we've got to fulfill the vote. Won't you help us sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, oh, redemption song, redemption song. 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. These songs of freedom, redemption song. These songs of freedom, redemption song. These songs of freedom, redemption song.
Thank you so much. So with no further ado, we will have our closing remarks by Fred Sherman Jr., Fred Sherman II. Where is Fred? He is a community advocate, and he is the strategic advisor for Jaku Combat. So please welcome, a big round of applause for Fred Sherman.
Folks, round of applause for Renford. And of course, his co-host, Galila, who has done a spectacular job as well. Round of applause for her as well. Obviously, I want to give everybody in the room who's been here at this point of the journey a round of applause. We thank you. I've been known to quote, I believe, the great Madiba, Nelson Mandela. And those who know me well know on occasion I always favor the quote, "It always seems impossible until it is done." So what is done is not just another event of hundreds, if not thousands of man-hours put together, from the youngest child in the community to Ken Campbell and his visionary leadership, to Nathalie Campbell, Peterkin, who stands by him day in, day out, building this organization, has to have done for the last 20-some odd years, 25 years coming next year. Round of applause for that, folks. So I just want to say that Kwanzaa is an opportunity that brings us together, and the theme tonight, as you know, was Africans Unite, strengthening family, community, and culture. And that's what we're about. As you look around you, the greater message is that we are all one. We all have a distinct and unified thread that takes us back to a space where we share and care. And those are manifested in the 7 tenets of Kwanzaa. I'm not even going to start to do that. But the 7, Kuchikagulia, Umoja, Nia, Imani, Ujama, Kuma. I think there's one I missed. But you get the point. We come together to celebrate culture, heritage, and family, and I think that's what we try to do here. So
it starts with the messaging of Patricia Bukia Bibia, who came today and presented a message of resilience against adversity, how you overcome that, the strength of family, how you push forward. So let's give a round of applause to Patricia, who is still here, for that message. And I particularly want to thank her for the way it resonated for the children, for the young people, because they are in fact the ones that will take the baton from us and push it forward. So I want to thank the sponsors, RBC and community partners, community stakeholders who also come together. I see members of the board of directors for Jaku Combat in the audience. I see other community leaders. You saw most of them for the Canara. I want to thank all of those who represent so much in this community. I want to thank, not least, the volunteers, the young people clad in black who showed up today and put the best foot forward to try to give you folks a meaningful experience. So all told, I think 2024 Kwanzaa has been a delight. You're a part of it. It's a story. Africans Unite, strengthening family, community, and culture. I thank you all for being here. I thank Jaku Combat. Let's look forward to 25 more years of more to see. And thank you very much and have a good night.
1, 2. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, this is the part of the evening that you can get up and dance. If you have an instrument, you can play it too. But it's your time for the rest of the night. Once again, Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. That's when you say Happy Kwanzaa back. Happy Kwanzaa, everyone.
Thank you.